Welcome to Cartoon Scary! Boo!
Maria is a university student living on the edge of burnout. While her parents covered her tuition, the daily costs of food and rent fell entirely on her, forcing her into a cycle of low-paying part-time jobs that barely left her time to sleep. Looking for an exit from the grind, she finds an advertisement for a personal assistant position. The pay is staggering, $1,000 a week for just a few hours of work. At first, Maria assumes it's a prank, but financial exhaustion has a way of silencing intuition. She tells herself that even if it is a scam, she has nothing in her bank account for them to steal. She sends the application. The response is immediate. A text confirms she's selected, and $500 appears in her account before she even meets her employer. To get the rest, she just has to pick up a package at 9 p.m. and deliver it to a specific address. By providing the cash up front, the sender removes Maria's last reason to hesitate. The financial pressure that clouded her judgment earlier is replaced by a sense of obligation. She is now committed to a task she doesn't fully understand. The pickup location is an abandoned petrol pump, far from the city's streetlights. Maria waits in the dark, watching the shadows for any sign of her new boss. A man standing 6 feet tall, his face hidden by a black hoodie, approaches her car. The handover is brief and heavy with warning. Go straight to the drop-off point, don't stop, and whatever you do, do not look inside. As she drives, her phone begins to vibrate rhythmically. An anonymous series of texts appears on the dashboard. Do not deliver the package, you are in danger. Then a final, chilling threat. If she completes the delivery, she won't survive the night. The threat becomes physical in an instant. A dark SUV appears in her rear-view mirror and slams into her bumper, nearly pushing her off the road. Maria floors the accelerator, thrust into a high-speed chase. Every swerve and impact narrows Maria's world down to a single goal: survival. In this state of high-speed panic, the ability to question the strange messages or the absurdity of the situation vanishes, replaced entirely by the desperate need to escape. Another text arrives, offering a lifeline. It tells her to turn and abandon her car, and provides instructions to find a hidden metal hatch concealed in the grass nearby. Hearing the SUV approaching, Maria throws herself into the hatch and slides down a dark tunnel. She lands in an underground bunker, the walls covered in strange, vaguely familiar symbols she recognizes. She follows a corridor to a room filled with glowing monitors. On the screens, she sees her own life, her kitchen, her college campus, and the exact benches where she sits between classes. Every detail of her daily routine has been logged and watched. A voice over the intercom tells her she shouldn't have come here. The screens instantly go black. The room fills with a strange, heavy gas, and Maria collapses into unconsciousness. Maria believed she was making choices to escape her pursuers, but every step was pre-calculated. The job, the chase, and the hatch were all designed to make her walk willingly into this room. The exit was actually the entrance to a cage. Maria wakes up bound to a chair in a room lit by a single orange bulb. Next to her are 2 other students, Jack and Mary, their faces covered in plastic. She watches through a half-open door as 3 people drag a 4th victim, Annie, into an adjacent room. Annie's screams echo through the bunker until a heavy door slams shut. Exploiting the fact that her captors didn't tighten her restraints while she was unconscious, Maria struggles free. She quickly wakes Jack and helps him untie Mary, the 3 of them moving in a silent, desperate rush toward the exit. Before they flee, Maria spots the cardboard box from the petrol pump sitting on a nearby table. Despite the danger, she has to know what she was risking her life to carry. She rips the box open. Inside are 4 vials of blood. They are neatly labeled with the names of everyone in the bunker: Jack, Mary, Annie, and Maria. The job offer and the package were components of the same intake process. Maria had spent the night guarding the very samples the surgeon would use to facilitate her own harvest. The 3 survivors crawl through a narrow ventilation duct and emerge into a clean, well-lit hallway. They realize with horror that they are inside a local hospital, standing just feet away from the room where Annie's body is being wheeled out. Weeks later, a massive news article breaks the story. This hospital was operating as a front for a professional smuggling ring, where doctors used their positions to identify and acquire patients with rare blood types. The investigation reveals how Maria was targeted. Months earlier, she had participated in a free blood test drive on her campus. That innocent health check was actually a data-gathering mission for the syndicate to find her rare O-negative blood. Each participant in Maria's ordeal played a specific role in the machine. The campus nurse who took her blood, the man at the petrol pump, and the hospital's lead surgeon were all members of the same closed-loop gang. Maria's experience shows that biological data is a high-value target for specialized criminal markets. When an opportunity seems to ignore basic economic logic, it is likely a lure, designed to turn a person's own health records into a roadmap for their disappearance.